chapters on intention. And I used to have the disease to please. And it's very hard when you are the first in your family to make money. Got some witnesses in here. You're the first in your family to make money. Everybody thinks you're the First National Bank. It's really hard if your income is printed in the paper. So you can't say I don't have it this week. I ran out of that story. So you have to set some boundaries for yourself. And it was very hard for me in the beginning to figure out how to do that. And I would give people money who would ask me for money, and then next month they'd be back. And I was wondering, why are you back? I just gave you the money. And I was talking about this one day with Stedman, and I said, I don't get it, I don't get it. And he said, what don't you get? I go, well, you know, I'm such a nice person, and I'm giving this person this money because I want him to think I'm a nice person. He goes, oh, you think you're nice? I go, I know I'm nice, because I am Oprah of the Oprah Winfrey Show. And everybody thinks I'm nice. He goes, well, everybody don't know you. He goes, nice is not the word I would use to describe you. So I started thinking about it. He goes, you want people to think you're nice, that's what they think. They think you're nice, that's why they keep coming back for money. So, oh yeah, that's the principle, bam. So I said, well, if I'm not nice, who is nice? He goes, now Gail is nice. It's true, she's so nice, she's so nice. So I'm other things. I'm generous, I'm kind, I'm thoughtful, but not so nice. And so when I realized, oh, I'm trying to make people think I'm nice, and I know there's lots of you in this room where you say yes when you mean no, and you do that because you want people to not be upset with you, you want them to think you're nice, they want to think so you're the one they call, you're the one they call, and you're the one they keep calling. Because the message and intention that you have given to them is that I'm the one you call. I'm the one you call. I'm the one that you can count on at the last minute. I'm the one that's gonna pick your kids up. I'm the one that's gonna keep doing the thing that I don't wanna do because I don't want to upset you. So getting clear about what you intend when you say yes or no changes the paradigm and shifts your life. So here's how that has worked for me. When I first started to get this around 1989, I said to the producers of the Oprah Winfrey Show, do not bring me an idea unless you have a clear intention of what you want that show to be. And when you bring the idea, you must know that I have to find my intention within your idea. So I can't do an idea that's just your intention. You gotta, when you're bringing the intention, find a way for me to align with whatever it is so that I am not faking it on the air. I don't want to do one thing that isn't in alignment with what I believe is the truth of me. And that is why you watched every day at 4 o'clock. You couldn't identify that that's what was going on, but what was happening is we were an intentional, purposeful show. I didn't do one thing that I thought was a fake or phony thing for me. And so, sometimes producers, they're just like, I don't know what to tell you. I'd come in, every time I'd say, what's your intention? And I remember Terry Golder once said, Brad Pitt. My intention is Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt said he wants to do the show. He's gonna sit in the chair, you're gonna sit in the chair. You're gonna talk to Brad Pitt, everybody's gonna be happy, that's my intention. Thank you, Terry. I go, I get that, I can line up with that. So here's another example. Just recently, my friend Tina Turner was, and she became my friend after she was on the Oprah show, and I was such a big groupie. I literally heard her rehearsing, and while she was rehearsing, I was in my office, and I saw her on the monitor, and I went down, and I was like, whatever that is, I want some of that. And ended up doing, I think, 7 or 8 shows following her around the country with her Wildest Dreams tour. And so Tina and I became friendly and then became friends. So she's had a rough past 5 years. In the past 5 years, she's had a stroke and she's had cancer and she had a kidney replaced and and also got married at 75. And her husband ended up giving her a kidney, but she's had a rough 5 years. But just recently, they were opening a play on Broadway for Tina, which if you get to New York, go see it. It's really worth your time. And so Erwin, her husband, and the Tina team had called and asked would I do the red carpet. Now I've reached a point in my life where I don't want to do the red carpet. I've done enough red carpets. And so I don't do red carpets. So I say, no, I don't do red carpets. So, and my intention is to go in the back door. To be there to support Tina, but I'm gonna go in the back door to do it, and I'll be sitting there by the time she arrives in her seat. So a couple of people keep calling and say, no, Tina really wants you to come. I go, well, Tina wants me to come on the red carpet. I'm sorry, I don't do red carpets, not even for Tina. Then I get a call from her husband, Erwin, who says, Tina is not really walking with stability. She is a little shaky, and she wants you to be on the other side of her when she walks the carpet. And I said, so are you asking if I will help support Tina physically to be on her other side? He said, yeah, I'm asking because I don't want her to appear wobbly on the carpet. And so if you would stand on the other side of her, if you would meet us at the car when we get to the carpet and meet us on the other side and help her walk in. I go, that I can do. That I can do. If my intention is to actually physically support Tina, that I can do. I said, I will do that, but I will not be answering questions on the red carpet. So he goes, no, we're just gonna walk right in. So the clarity of knowing what you want, and no matter who asks you, no matter what the pressure is, because I don't get little questions. Like, if I make a mistake, my mistake is gonna be on the evening news or in the New York Times. It is. So I don't get the luxury of not moving through life intentionally. And every great decision I made, and also every terrible outcome I've experienced, has been caused by either the lack of clarity of intention or moving ahead when inside my gut I felt something different. And every one of us has the internal knowing. I call it the voice of God. It's also called intuition. It's also called many things. But there's a knowing inside all of us that is always whispering to you. We've all felt it, right? And it comes first in like a little, Sometimes it's so subtle, you gotta be really spiritually aware to get it. But this is what I know. Life whispers first before it knocks you upside the head. It whispers first. And so if you don't get the whisper, you get like little pebbles, little thumps upside the head, which my grandmother, whenever I was talking too much, she'd just turn around and thump me. And that meant, shut up, and shut up now. And so the whisper is always trying to offer you and bring you the message. By the time you're getting thumped upside the head, the message is now turned into a problem. And if you don't listen to the whisper, it always turns into a problem. And if you don't heed the problem ends up being a crisis. And if you don't heed the crisis, you end up in disaster, all because you didn't get the whisper. So we want to move through life. That's where I am now. I find myself in a crisis. It's because I didn't pay attention to the whisper, because it always whispers. And it's so subtle. The whisper is just a And anybody in here who's ever been betrayed or partners had an affair, after the affair, the disaster, the oh my God, the whole thing, you always go back to the I thought something was up. So when the intention is clear, When you are clear, when you have clarity of vision and focus, nobody should bet against you. So your mantra is what? I can. Oh, that's a pitiful can. Your mantra is what? I can. I will. Watch me.
Watch me.
Bring out your workbooks.